Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the nation of Yashar Allah, better known as the Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the elect, the sincere Akim. Okay, push this word in truth and in sincerity. This lesson is dealing with Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Now, people think that because they're able to get away with little bullshit, that the Most High is with it. You know, they thought that the Most High was altogether such as one as themselves. Something, let me see. Gone. There it is. 1521. Okay. So we're gonna pull this up. Okay. Man, where to start? Man. Okay, well, let's we're gonna take our time with these precepts. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai willing, it's not gonna be too lengthy either, because too much time and nobody well, really this is only for the elect, so those who need it will get it, and those who don't will be condemned. So because you have a lot of scoffers, a lot of wicked people out there. Okay, so because sentence against an evil work isn't executed speedily, people are able to do things and there's no judgment. Back in the earlier times, the Most High was judging Israel quickly, rapidly. Judgment was instant. And right now, the world is reserved unto fire. So the judgment has already been prescribed, and people are able to get away with a lot of things. Even in this modern society, feds or bureaus, they will let you do dirt for a matter of years to build up a strong case against you. That way they can either execute you or lock you up forever. Okay, so because of that, the mindset of people, okay, 2/3 of Israel also, their mindset is fully set in them to do evil because they think that no harm is coming together, is going to come to them. Right? So verse 12 kind of explains that a little bit more as well. It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh, which feared before him. See, so just because Jake, 2/3, even guys that teach this word, and they do all kinds of bullshit, and nothing happens to them, they think that that's okay. Okay? Yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that actually fear the Most High, which feared before him. See, these guys, they don't really consider what they do. They're not in a constant fear. They're really unsure of themselves. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before Yahweh. So they may say, but in works they deny him. These people, they draw near with their mouth, but their heart is far from the Most High. So now, revisiting Psalms 15:21, it's actually let's start at verse 16. But unto the wicked Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Now, the wicked is the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite. Okay? Which is funny because, they'll claim themselves to be everyone but the Edomites. They're Americans, they're South Americans, they're Brazilians, they're Europeans, they're Australians, they're Chinese, they're Russian, they're every other nation on the planet, but they were never Edom. Funny, they're the last samurai. You get the picture. Okay. But this also goes with guys that have come in and learned this knowledge and really didn't adhere to the true doctrine and the true spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, they were like seeds casted in a stony place or by the wayside. You know, the Most High didn't give them increase. Okay. So really they have no place in this thing. And Yahushai mentioned this himself. He said, many shall say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, wrought miracles and cast out devils? And Yahushai has to tell them, he's going to tell them, you know, I never knew you, you know. So you have to have a group of guys that have fallen away from the true doctrine, that are going to go out on the highways and byways, that have to fulfill that left-hand side, okay, so the prophecy can be true, okay. And that's a beautiful thing, you know, because that increases a fear for those who are actually sincere. Okay, seeing thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee. Okay, because correct, when you go out on the highways and byways, Isaiah 58:1, right, you cry aloud, you spare not, you lift up your voice as a trumpet to show Jacob and the house of Israel their sins, right? Well, for the 2/3 that don't get right, they hate instruction. They cast the words behind them. And for the so-called white man, he doesn't want to be corrected, even though you have a small band of them that are going to, well, really, they're all going to complain of an ungodly father pursuant to the Apocrypha. So, like, yeah, I did not, I don't mean to pull out so many precepts and not actually show them, but you have Google, so do the word search, okay, or read, and then if you read more for yourself, you'll understand why or where these precepts are, okay. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Okay? And the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy. So you got people, you have Jakes, 2/3 that are hand joining hand type mentality, and they say the so-called white man, he's not my devil, and they get into that same racketeering shit like Polite, where he'll make money off his own people, and then leave those people that he made money off of and go and invest that money in a whole nother community. And then you see, guys that aren't right call themselves Israelites that want to be, buddy with a guy like that. He's no different than a rapper who goes to a city, takes money away from people for a performance, and then leaves the city. He doesn't go there to raise that money to improve roads or education or health or knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Verse 19, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. The tongue frames lies. It frames it. Okay? So these, 2/3 rejects of the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, their mouth is given over to evil, man. They don't really care about the truth. Like I literally came over to this brother Yashawamba's, or it's the Dallas page, because I was gonna go through and watch a couple of videos, that I wanted to catch up on. And I always scroll through comment boards to see what's being said. And this guy, it's amazing, the things you read and come across. Don't carry up. I don't open carry. So maybe he conceals. Maybe he has a concealed carry permit. Because this guy, he mentioned how he wanted to get a gun before. And why would you do that? And this brother Yashawamba's got more love for this guy than I do. He's giving him good advice. I don't throw guys like this bones anymore. What for? Been there, done that. Experience is different. I don't have that type of mercy was already given out. Verse 20, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. And this was really the point, okay? Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, okay? Because the Most High sat by and he kept silence about it. Because why? Because judgment is reserved. Okay, let's get that. I think it's 2 Peter's reserved. 2 Peter 3:7, right? But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire, okay, against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Okay, so judgment isn't being exacted out as quickly as before, and because of that, you have wicked guys out there who continue to do evil, and they think that the Most High is with it. Okay, and I'm just going to wrap up the lesson with this. 1 Peter 4:17. For the time has come, the judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of Yahweh commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing, as unto a faithful Creator. Okay, so judgment is beginning with those who are calling themselves Israelites, those that are teaching, those that are calling themselves teaching. Hey, hell, you might have some guys out there that don't even go on the streets, on the highways and byways, to just hand out pamphlets or talk to people off on the side. Well, judgment's beginning with those that are claiming, or even not claiming, but are doing some sort of work. Okay? And if you see the judgment happening here and beginning with us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel, the good news of Yahweh? So that's the 2/3. Okay? And even a part of, which the 2/3 consists of guys that do this work not sincerely. Okay? So just wanted to highlight that point. You know, it takes time for judgment to happen, but it does happen. And it's a beautiful thing when it happens. You know what? I think it's in, I always say it's in Jeremiah, but it could be Isaiah. Yep, it's Isaiah 61:8. For I, the Lord, love judgment. You know, the Most High, He loves judgment. You know, let's look up that word. Look at Ahab. That's love. Okay, love. Human love one another includes family, right? Friend. Individuals, men, the people, Israel, righteousness, lovable friends. Okay? Affection for, like a friend. The Most High loves judgment, man. So you really need to walk lightly. And it's a beautiful thing to see guys come in and fall away. You know? Just because you know that this word is true. The sifting is constantly going on. You know? Really, the more people that get marked as a 2/3 means that, hey, either way, people got to get marked. Ezekiel 9:4, right? I'm going to stop here because I can't go on. I am long-winded. But anyway, with that, Shalom.